Hello guys, this is Paula, back to do some crafting. So I'm hooked, like everybody else is, to doing collaging. So what we're going to do is we're just going to play and see what we come up with. So the first thing we're going to do is or the first thing I want to do, I'll put it that way. Let me make sure my paper's where it needs to be. Okay. I want to do a tag. No reason, just want to do a tag that's made out of a double page text. So I am thinking, I don't want to cut the corners. I think I'm going to just do something very simple. I do want to collage the back to give it more strength, to give a cool journaling area, and so forth. And then we'll do the front. We'll just play it by ear, how we're going to do the front, because I don't know. I haven't come up with a thing. I just know I've had all this stuff on my desk that I've wanted to do, and we'll see what happens. So I'm going to get out some different text. I just want to give this strength, you know, so that, and plus a journaling area. So what I'm thinking is add this smaller text on here to make it different. Let me tear this piece of paper off because I know I can't use that. Okay, there we go. Can you guys see okay, I hope? Okay, now, Sunday afternoon, and the puppy is taking a nap. My husband's running errands. I have been working in my craft room to get ready. I was cleaning off my work table. This is my desk and my camera area. And believe me, this is a work area too. But when I say that work area, I mean where I pile stuff. You know, it took me all morning to clean that and come up with a place to put all that. So, yeah, it's been quite a morning here at my house trying to get that done. Okay, now, I want to, let me see if I can find the right color. Aw, I just found a cute little bird. Maybe we want to use him. We'll see. Okay, let me, let's see what color do we want to put in there. How about we use some of this blue on part of it? Maybe down here on the bottom. Yeah, that's what I want to do. Anyway, so I've just been working this morning, trying to get where I could actually do some videos. And, yeah, I want to try to knock out at least 2 videos today. So this is one of them. And what we're going to do is basically they're going to be like craft with me so that we can just do what we want to do, or we're not held to any particular item. Now I want to find some paper with lines. And maybe some dictionary paper. I am looking. Here's some paper with lines. But I'd really like to find one big sheet to put in the middle, you know, to make it more text-worthy. Of course, you know, it doesn't matter really, but you can add a bunch of small things together and have a great text area. And I have a tendency to do that too. Now see, this one's bigger, and I like that because I want to put this right down the middle. And that gives a bigger area for whoever It belongs to do their, let's see if we can get that to go. Maybe we'll do it just to the side. But first, I think I want to put something down this left side. Just so we can, let's see if we can find something that has a little bit of a fuchsia color. Or just pink is fine too. But something that can go down that whole side, because I'm trying to do it in a short number of pieces of paper. Let's see what I can come up with. I'm getting closer. Let's see, that's not the right color. All right, come on. I'm always finding, there's a color that might work. Let's do like this. Okay, now let's see. This should work perfect, except I'm going to tear this portion right here off. Oh, it's got pretty lavender on the other side. I like the solid color for what I'm doing here. Sometimes I just like a different shape tag. I don't know about you guys. We have a tendency to use, you know, just regular tags, and I like a different shape once in a while. Thank you to all the new subbies. I appreciate it. Thank you guys who are sharing my video. That really does help me. Okay, now here we go. Let's see, let's see. Okay. Looks like we've like separated the bottom from the top, doesn't it? I wonder if it'd look better if we put a little something up here. What do you think? I'm trying to think of what it would be. What's another color we could do? We could do a darker blue or a lighter pink. I'm thinking. Don't want those colors. Or maybe I don't like that orange right there, because we don't have orange going on here. I really like it over this way, so I think I'm going to just tear a little bit off this edge, because I like it better kind of touching the other blue or pink. I bet you guys thought, blue? That's not blue. Listen, I say stuff like that, and then later I'll watch my video and I am very clear on what color anything is. But when I just have a tendency to just say stuff sometimes. I don't know if I like that better, but that's what we're going to settle with. Okay, so let me see. I guess we're not going to use these right now, so I'll put those back in the box. Now this side is done, and it has a great journaling spot, and I may even put a tag here that says, I got my tags right here, so I'm going to grab them. Might as well do it right now, right? I tried to get more organized, so I think I'll be fortunate enough to. Okay, here's actually a blue word that says notes. Let's use that. It's not the exact blue, but it's fine. It works. I'm going to go ahead and ink this because it's too bright, but you can tell I'm just barely putting any on there, just to take the shock of the white off. Okay. Now, and I think right here is a good spot for it, but we want to make sure we get it straight. And just like everything else, I'll be stitching around this. Now, I wanted to use fabric, and if you use glue, you know your fabric, it will bleed, with your fabric, it will bleed through. So, I watched Gail the other day do her, she got some really strong adhesive to do her fabric in the little baby book, which is absolutely adorable. But what's new? Everything Gail does is adorable. But instead of buying that, I had an abundance of double-sided tape. So I thought, rather than go out and spend money on something, I thought I'd try my double-sided tape. Now this is a 1 inch, and I have a 3/4 of an inch and a 1/4 of an inch. This is super strong. I get it on Amazon, and I'm trying to see who it's made by. I thought it was called Scotch score tape. This is what the package looks like. It just says score tape. And it's basically acid-free, heat-resistant. And it says it's for cards, boxes, glitter, scrapbooking, foils, ribbon, origami, and embossing. And when I think of ribbon, I think of fabric, because it's basically what it is, right? So I put some of this double-sided 1 inch on my strip of fabric, and it fit perfect. And it was very easy to do. And then I took one of Gail's digitals. I took this one. I don't know what it's named. And I trimmed off this piece right here to put alongside this. Now, I'm not sure how I want to do it. If I want to do it with it all the way over and this under a little bit, just so the fringe can go over it. Or, I'm not sure. Not positive. Or I can do like this and cut it off. But then it's kind of like having any other tag. So I really think I want to do a strip down the side and not do any collaging on the front. Although I really like the collaging, and I'm tempted to just finish it out and do this on my next project. Let's do that, because I have more tags that we can do. Because I can't decide, because I love this particular back. And so I think I want to just collage out the front and in the same color scheme. And then we may lay the fabric on and decide we want to add the fabric to this one. Because, you know, look how cool that looks. This is going to be the back, though. So let's just continue. Let's just continue where we left off. I think instead of putting some of the other text, I'm going to put this dictionary paper, because it's already torn. It has one flat side, and it's torn, and it's, you know, it's a unique shape, so I'll just use it. I kind of have a tendency to want to make my shapes kind of different too. Now, let's put it right here. Right dead smack in the middle. Or pretty close. Isn't it funny how just one piece of paper can make it look so different? I absolutely love the change that it gives the papers. Let me see what else I've got in here that will work in our color scheme. Here's some pink. Let me see. Pink and blue, pretty much. Now this is funny because this is a blue, but it's the wrong blue. I started to say we could use this and have it be, now there's some blue. It's not the right blue either. We need more of a navy blue, don't we? Which, I don't have as much in my box, but I can grab some if I can't find any in here. Oh, and I also love that paper we used on the other side. Although this is kind of pretty, but that's not the right blue. What was that one? I can't remember this. It's not the same either, but I like it. So let's try some of that. I got a little piece laying here, so we'll just use it. I think if you kind of get in the same blue, like this is lighter and it's not as dark. So to me, that makes a little bit of a difference. Looks like it's going to fit up here. Might as well put it up here. It was on the bottom on the other one, so we'll be a little different here. And we've got this unusual shape. And man, is it unusual. Maybe we'll do it up here, right in the middle. We'll do it slap dab in the middle of those two papers. Don't you like my slap dab? Don't ask me why I'm saying that. Oh, I make myself, I don't want to say I crack myself up, but I do make fun of myself. Do you guys ever just like, I can't believe I just said that, open mouth, insert foot. It's what my brother used to say to me. You're just opening your mouth and inserting your foot. I'm like, thank you very much. Thank you very much. But it's true. I can think of a lot of times over my life that I opened my mouth and inserted my foot. And I don't think I'll repeat them. Okay, now, I'm still going to look for some blue. I kind of gave up on that and kept moving forward. I know there's some in here. I've seen it. Now, here's another light blue. Nope. It's got too much green in it. Come on, blue. Thought that was navy, but it ended up being black. Now, here you go. Now, that's a blue. It's the wrong blue. Well, if I can't find more blue, we'll just put some more pink and some more tack, so maybe some music sheet. We can put some music sheet on there for sure. Let's see, do we want to put it on this side? Okay. I kind of don't, I'm not super crazy about the pink shape, so I'm going to cover up some of it. But, of course, I didn't get it over far enough. Lovely. Just lovely. Just ripped that right off, didn't it? Let's try this again. Oh, my word. Let's see if I can put this down with back where it was. It may not look good. I'm sorry if my head gets in the video. No, we'll just put some more down. There's no sense in trying to piece that silly thing. But I did want to add some more glue to the music sheet. Okay, now this time let's try to get it where it needs to be. And I like the way this tore. It only tore with one word, and this wasn't on purpose. Love. It looks crooked, but it's not crooked. Or maybe the music's crooked and the straight line's not crooked. I don't know. Does that look too crazy? We may have to just overlap it with something else, such as some pink. More pink. Let's see. Let's see what that does. Yeah, let's do that. This pink that I'm putting on here just so happens to be on the back of Christmas paper, which seems kind of funny, doesn't it? Okay, let's do this. Maybe that'll take away the crooked look. I don't think it's going to, but can always hope. All right, that's a lot of pink. Maybe we need to find some more blue. I know we've been looking and looking, but I also know there's some in here because I've seen it. Let's see, that's not the right blue. Crazy. Be patient with me. I'm trying to hurry. You may just be putting a different blue on there. Let's leave that one there just in case. Just in case we have to use it. Ah, there you go. See? Patience, Paula. Patience. This is I don't know if you guys have ever seen Tim Holtz. I kind of want to cover some of that. I think I'm going to put it in two places. Some of his mixed media paper pack. I think that's what this is. Has a different texture. It almost feels like, you know, people made type paper. You know, where you make the paper yourself. There, see, I like that better. I don't like this. I didn't like that looked crooked. Now let's add some down at the bottom because, yes, it needs it. Oh, look how that tore. Now that was an accident, but this is too straight. Unless we add a small piece there. Yes, do you see what I'm saying? We'll add a small piece over over the straight edge. My other paper is getting sticky. Yeah, just like this, see? And then it takes it right across and over here. We'll just trim it off and save it to use on something else. Let me cut a little closer than that. Yeah, that blue is standing out. Okay, so let's see what else we need. We need to cover this little section and that little section. We could really leave this little section if we want to. And that kind of looks weird right there, doesn't it? Maybe we'll get some more dictionary paper. Or maybe we'll try to do the music paper correctly. Let's do that. Let's do that. And see if we can get it straight this time. Let's see. Let's see what this will look like over here. But not with this. I don't I don't want that straight edge on there. No, I don't really like that. So that's going to be a no. Let's just put it down here. Let's put it down here. Cover up this area on the bottom. See if I can get it straight this time. Yep, I think that's better. And it kind of keeps that blue from looking so stark too, I think. Okay. Now, I think we're going to leave that right here, this little text, just to give it a little bit of character. Let me pick up the ones that have glue on them here. I don't want them to end up on my elbow. I'll throw those in the trash and keep the rest. Okay, now I am going to take this piece of paper, and I don't know how you guys do it, but when I want to connect two pages together, I go ahead and add a little extra glue so I don't have to go back and do it later. And then I just flip it over, put it on here, and then you can make like a, you know, like a card or whatever. See, I'll show you. Now, I don't care if the edges are straight or not, because I like the character that it gives it. I just fold it in half. Then you have even rougher edges. See? And I like that. And back here you can see where it's off a little bit. I put them in here and I lay them out and I let them dry before I try to work on them. Okay, now let's try this. Oh, I like that. I do like that. What do you guys think? Do we want to add this along the edge? I just kind of like mixing the two colors, and I have fringe on this side. So if we put this here, yeah, I'm liking that. Let's do that. Now, with the double-sided tape, you just flip it over, go to the corner, and it comes right off. Now, I love this stuff. It doesn't affect your scissors or anything if you decide to do it like that. But Gail also has a great idea. She's doing hers with like carpet tape, which her smart little husband figured out. And that's so funny because guys have a tendency to think of hardware stuff, don't they? But it was a great idea. And so I can trim this off. I got a little bit of my paper sticking off here. Little bit right there. Just trim that off. Yeah, I think I cut into my cardboard, my text a little bit there, but the nice thing is I did get it a little crooked. So don't look at the blue here, because I didn't get it perfect. But that's what collage is all about, isn't it? Okay, do we want to add the fringe here at the bottom? I think I want to do it about like that and then trim the ends. So I want to go straight down the blue, the light blue. I guess it would make more sense if I said which blue I was talking about. And this is done the same way. You just grab a little edge of your fabric and just pull. Now, if you don't want the whole thing to be sticky, just fold your double-sided tape paper back, and then that way it doesn't stick to everything as you're laying it down. It's easier to get it straight, I guess is what I'm saying. Now, I'm going to put it right up against the blue. And once you know that you've gotten it straight, you just let it go. Now, and hope that your fabric is straight. Which is what I'm doing here. Now it wants to stick to my paper because it's very strong, but it's flat, and I use it a lot when I scrapbook. I don't want my pictures coming off of my pages, and so I use it on the back of my grandkids' pictures. Now, I do use a tape runner also, but I like doing it where I can have a little more freedom. Okay, so what do we need to add on here? I'm sitting here thinking, it needs a heart. And we know how to do hearts, right? But it also needs a center on the heart. So we're going to fold this in half. Nope, I folded it the wrong direction. Let's do like this. I like the letters to be up. And I'm just going to do a wonky heart. Now, if this heart isn't right, we'll just move on to another one. We'll do another one. Oh, no, I like that because, look, it's right next to the love. Now, if I can find some pink to go in the center, I think I'll like that even better. Let me see. I know I have pink in here. I just got to decide which pink. Okay, here is... Oh, that's pretty. Let me see what you guys think. I don't know if it'd be big. No, it's peach. It doesn't look pink. Well, well, well. Let's just move on till we find the right thing. Here's some pretty pink. Look at that. We'll just do one right in the middle of this flower and see if that doesn't turn out cute. Now, I'm going to lay this up here so I can do it smaller. I'm just going to look at it so it has a chance of being smaller. Let's see. All right. I know how I am. I may have to trim it down. I think I made the sides too straight. And I will tell you, it's hard to cut a heart to be the same as the previous heart. So I'm going to make it smaller. I'm just going to go. You can always go in and do something to make it look better. I guess I should never say always. And look how cute that is. I don't have a book plan for this, but I just wanted to use this fabric and Gail's digital together. So let me lay this over here so we can glue it down. Yeah. Cute, cute. What do you guys think? I think it's cute. Can't believe I'm saying that about my own project. But I do. I think it. Okay, now you want to center the tip and the center the... You know, I love putting these together. Now, because I didn't ink, I guess you're noticing what I'm noticing. It's kind of all blending in with one another. So, I'm going to have to separate that. I'm going to have to separate them from misbehaving. Now, I don't have pink. I do have blue. It's not the same blue. So, I don't really want to use that. So, I think I'm just going to stick with using black. See, this blue, I have blue. Let's test it right here next to it. It's not the right blue. And it's kind of brighter than what we need. Let me see if I have any other pen that might be blue that would work. Come on, let me see. I have one that's a brush pen. Oh, here's one. Let's see what this looks like. All of them are so different. Now that is closer to Gail's. Let's just try it and see what happens. I really want to put it on the inside. I have to go a little slower to make sure I stay inside and not end up on the outside. Okay. We'll go ahead and do it on this one. And the reason, another reason I'm going slow is the glue is still wet. And so as I drive over it with my pen, I can feel the gushy, the gushiness of it. Now I'm going to do my second. I did not mean to make that go inside, but I guess it doesn't hurt. All right, and then on this one, I'll do my second line so that it can look nice and sloppy. See, like here on this one, I went way off, so yeah, and that's okay. Now I'm going to just do a squiggly right there and a squiggly down here. And it was real soft right here, so it's darker there, which I don't like really, but we'll just make this side dark too. You can always, you know, just darken it up wherever it seems light. Like this side is lighter than the other side in places. And I don't like that big gap right there. So I'm going to go down it several times, just so it looks like it's on purpose. Yeah, there we go. That's better. And we'll stitch around the outside. We could have done that with the black, and it probably would have been great to do this with the black and then trim it with black. And so I still am going to trim this in black because I like it to be contrasting. But there you go. Now, as far as the topper goes, I'm going to put, let's see. I have a sari silk that's dark, but I think it's not. I think it's more maroon. Let's just see what it looks like. We might want to staple that on top. Let's just pull it out and see. It's not bad. I don't want to do it till I stitch, but if I don't use that, I can use just a regular sari silk, which I don't like. So maybe we'll have to look for some seam binding. I've got seam binding over here too that may be the perfect color. My bag is, I need to empty. I've got bags inside of bags. Do you guys ever do that? Well, what happens is I have a tendency, oh there, that will work, won't it? I have a tendency to bag them up. These are some I bought. Even though I know how to make them, I still buy them when I find a really good deal. And I can't tell you who this person is. It's been too long, but she sold them like $5 a pack or something. It was something crazy, and it was well worth it. So, yeah, this will work. And you know what I think I'm going to do? I think I'm going to take our tag, put it in here, and hope that it will punch. I like this, I'm trying to center it up. I like this See, I don't know if it's going to go through this thickness. Nope. Well, that stinks. Put all my body weight on there. Now it didn't want to come out. This is one of the things I just love about punches, you know. If you try to force it, it will eventually come out. It's just, I don't know when. That's what I get. Now I know you don't put your paper double. This is double sheet text, and then it's got collaging on the front and the back. So that's just way too much. I should have known that. It will loosen up. It's just you got to give it some time. I had some others do this the other day, and I just played with it, and it finally just broke loose. So if it doesn't, I'll get Rick to take it apart. And I just don't want to tear it, because it turned out so cute. Okay, so I'm going to leave it, but we're finished with that one anyway. And I'll leave this out to remind me to put that on. And, yeah, that's irritating. Come out of there. They should make these to punch bigger things. Don't they know we're into collaging? It's not going to want to. My husband can take the, underneath right here are some screws. Just so you know, if you ever take it apart. But anyway, so we know how that ended up, and we like that, or at least I do. And I'll get rid of that picture. It's distracting. Okay, now the next thing I want to do, and honestly, you guys, I don't know how this is going to turn out. Let me make sure I'm in camera. I need to check every once in a while. I thought about this and thought, I want to try this. So I'm going to try doing something a little different on our pocket. I'm going to put a bag on there. So we're going to collage on here. But we're also going to we've got a little tag that goes inside this little bag. And I did stamp this little definition of friend on the bag. And I just thought, I'll make a little tag with the opposite well, no, it's the same direction. And slip it in here. Of course, I'll stitch around it. Probably will not do a lot of decorating on this. We'll have to see. But I do want to collage on the rest of it. So, and then I thought we could put this here on the side once it's collaged, and then we can put our flower on here, or maybe we can put the leaves up on this one so that it's easy to get that out. And then I thought, oh my goodness, I love these little bunnies, and I thought, well, we could put the tag down here, but we don't even have to have a tag. But if we just, our label, if we decide we want a label, we can put it on here. But I love these little bunnies, and so I'm going to put them across the bottom as part of the collage. And this little bunny over here, like, come join me. But let's do some collaging on here first. And so, I think what we'll do is we'll just add multicolors. I definitely want to make sure we have some pink and green in there. And even a little orange and yellow if we want. I just want us to do multiple colors, okay? So that it will fit, or, well, I say multiple colors. I mean like, not super bright colors, but, you know, some of the lighter colors. Okay, now, let me see. I liked a lot of the pages that we did a lot of the colors we did last time. I like. Let's get some different kind of text. It's a pretty color, but it really is too light, I think. Okay, now we want to look for, I'm going down into the area that we were in before. And I'm just throwing these up on the table. And we'll decide once it's all said and done which ones we want to use. That's kind of cute too. That's a lot of different florals, huh? But you just never know what we'll end up using. I just don't want to use dark colors, and I don't want to use, there's another kind of blue. I don't want to use red particularly because we don't have any red going on in that picture or that flower. So, all right, so let's see what we got here to work with. All right. I just threw a bunch out here, as you can tell. And this is going to be, I'm going to do it like this so we can, do we want the roughness on the top? Well, it looks like we've got it on the top and the bottom. So we'll just do it right here. All right, now I'm just going to start tearing. And let's put this on this side. Look, it goes down there perfect. I think after a while you kind of get the hang of it, and you just have a tendency to pull, to an eye, I guess is what I should say, an eye for it, and you just start tearing it the right way. Okay, now there's going to be some paper hang over here because when you fold these text pages after you double them, they're going to not be perfect, and I don't intend on it being perfect. We definitely have to have some of this pink. We'll put it on the bottom. I didn't even know I had this down in there. Let's do this. Okay, let's put this one in this corner. And that's good enough. It's not perfect, but it's good enough. Let's put some of this blue. Maybe we could put some of it at the top. I'm trying to do this quickly because the quicker I can do it, I'm not thinking about it. I really do try to think of it that way. I don't want to think about it much. I just want it to happen. If you have any hangover, we'll trim that afterwards. My stuff's getting mixed up here. Let's see. What other color have we not used? Let's see what's in this. Ooh, I like that pink and green together. And I said there's a little bit of orange in that flower. Maybe we want to use that little orange flower. Let's see. Doesn't have to be all flower. Ooh, the pink on the other side's pretty too. Okay. Okay, so the front of this is going to be more cardstock, and the back will, the inside will be journaling. I hadn't thought about the back yet, but I'm sure it will follow. Here's lavender down here. But we don't have lavender in that flower, and I think we do have to be, see, that pink doesn't really go next to the other pink. So let's wait on that one. See what else we've got over here. Here's a little white with a little tiny flower. Let's look at doing this one, see what we end up with. It looks like it's red, but it's really more pink in person. So Okay. Yeah, it's looking good. Okay, now I had said earlier I like the other side. It's this one. I like the pink on this side. I like the way it is two different. Don't want to do it that way. See, I'm really trying to avoid being too much on that. So maybe we'll do like this. Okay. I want to make it straight as possible. I think we need some more yellow. Here's another yellow. No, it's got more of a... No, that's not bad. I'm always trying to figure out which way I want to do that. Okay, let's see. So my husband bathed the dog today, and she just went crazy and kept going from, we have an area in our house that you can go in circles. She just kept doing one circle after another. She was so cute. And I'd say, go Sadie, go, and she'd go Sadie, go. So precious. She's been really good today. I shouldn't say that out loud, should I? Okay, this little section right here is good because it has all different colors, which I like. But I missed. Look at that. I missed. I wanted that to be there too. I thought it'd be my last one. Isn't it funny? We just have a tendency to... Here, let's do some of this underneath. See if this will work. I really need some more blue of this blue. We'll just do it. If I can get this little tiny section. Sometimes I tear the wrong way and I get these big white. I don't like them super big. I prefer they be more, that I tear the opposite way. And I forget, I get busy and I forget to do that. Okay, now let's try this again. And we will have this part covered, which is going to be the front. So we can go ahead and decorate it, and then we can go back and do whatever we need to do. Now this is a lot of print. And if you notice, it's all on this side. And I did that because I'm going to put our pocket, if I decide to do this, I'm going to put our pocket, let me make sure I'm in camera and how much time we're on. Okay, this will be our last project. Let me take this paper off. And I'll just turn it over because, or actually I'm not going to turn it over. I'm going to take the next piece of paper and put on top of this because this has a picture on the other side. There we go. Now I like to do it the opposite of the tear. So you have torn sides on both. You know, and instead of using like a card, oh, I did that backwards. Well, I'll just add another one to that when we're done here. I'm not going to worry about it right now. So, pull this out. And we're going to put that there. So, I'm going to use some double-sided tape to do that so that you can't see through it. And this is the 3/4 inch. You won't be able to see the tape as easily as you would glue. On these glassine bags, I do that. And you don't have to cover the whole section. You just cover. Sometimes I'll lift it up like that if my tape is too long and put it across. But I will tell you, this double-sided tape is down. When it hits the paper, you've got to know how to put it down on your paper in the right spot quickly, because once it hits an area, it's there. And I can't imagine any strong tape not being like that. Let me get some more. So I'm going to put this right here. I'm going to run it all the way up. And it's the same when you put it on your bag. You want to make sure you've got it, because if you don't have it on there just right, your tape will be living there. And I have just a little bit of tape left, so I'm going to do like this. Now, right now, of course, you can see through and see that. But we're going to pull it off, and I'm going to show you the difference. Now, if you look really hard, you might be able to see it, but I'll tell you this much, I've never been able to really notice it. And it's good on things that, you know, it's better on vellum than some things. It's not perfect on vellum. I'm not going to lie to you. Now, I'm going to put this right here with just a little bit of an edge. I think I got it crooked. No, it's all right. I might have to trim it. But it is leaning to the right a little bit. But this is really for demonstration purposes. I don't have any plans for this. So we've got our little tag. And I'm thinking we leave it like this. And the reason is, I think it looks good to be the opposite of, we'll stitch around it and ink it, but I think it looks good being the opposite. And then we'll put some kind of tie or twine on it. Do we want to put a tag on here? I don't think so. I think it'd be too crowded, but I do want to put this little flower on here, that one of the little flowers we made the other day. But I am going to use Fabri-Tac on that, and I'm going to do that last because I want to ink a little bit of this section, okay? And I do want to put some bunnies on here, on the bottom, right here on this little bottom. So I'm going to ink them too a little bit because they blend too much. I did stamp them on coffee stained paper. I am going to put them down with my glue stick. I'm going to try to center them in the middle of the glassine bag. Okay, now let's ink up softly, not heavy, just the white edges where the two connect. Okay. Right down the side, right across the bottom, and then we'll ink the edge since we're doing it. Now, I don't always ink. But I think in this situation we should, to tone it down a little bit because there's a lot of white going on. Okay, now And then I'm thinking we'll put a color for a string on here once we get that stitched. Okay, once we stitch around here. Probably we'll just go with a pink, you know, or something like that. And then I'm going to show you what the front will look like, only it will have stitching around it. So just remember that. And I like the way this all looks like flowers. And I did that intentionally so that we would have, and I don't know, I'll have to play with it and decide, because it can hang off. I mean, you can put it over a journaling page in a book like this and clip it. However you want to do it, but yeah, all the other areas are going to be made to journal on, because this is what we make. We make journaling books, and the front is not made to journal. If they want to journal, they can. But yes, this is why we're going to do this whole inside as a journaling project. Okay, and the back. More in here. So we're going to start off in here. There's a lump of something that made it inside those. That cracks me up when that happens more often than not. So we're going to start off with a big piece of journaling paper. Something big enough that we know that we're journaling. In the middle here. Let me find it. We have different things that we can use. How about we use this in the middle? It kind of has some perforation already in the middle, so how about we just do it like that? And we'll just tear on each side. And it doesn't have to be any particular shape, but I'm trying to fix it where it will be in that center, since it's already perforated, which you don't run up on every day. And we'll glue it on one side and hold this up, and then glue it on the other side. That way it will be easier to fold. Okay. All right. Just like that. So let's put we got a big thing here to put glue on. Let's start really well in the section that is going to be in the center. So I covered that really well. You have to be pretty fast when you do this, because the glue will dry before you get it down if you don't. Okay. All right, let's see what happens. Now we want to put it on the center. Let me turn it this way and kind of fold that over. And we'll do it like this. And I want it to be straight. So hopefully we're lucky enough to get it straight on here. Oh, that's close enough. Now, we want to do this very center section, fold it up, and then fold it over. And hopefully I got it exactly down the center. Nope, I didn't, because if I had of, it would be laying flat. So maybe we have to do it with the paper flat. And then fold it. And it appeared that I got it in the center, but chances are I didn't. So let's go back and look. Nope, I was off a little bit. It's not an easy thing to do when you can't really see where it's creased at, you know. Now I'm going to go ahead and trim this so it doesn't stick to my work paper I've got laying down here. Yeah. So that was good. We got that part done. I'm going to make sure I have it in the upright position. There, see, so that big section is done, and that helps a lot. So let's do, I'm seeing over here what all I've got. I don't have anything right there. Well, no, I've got some tea stain paper, which I love using on the journaling stuff. Let's put it right up here in this corner. I think I'm going to lose my glue stick here in a minute. I'm going to have to get a new one out after this video. Come on. So I'm going to try to do, after this video, I'm going to try to do something with napkins. So the next video will be experimenting with napkins. I've been lining up several different things for us to work on. But I think today we'll do the collaging, and then we'll do some projects for my next book also. Okay, so there we go with that. Now let me look. Now here is some, let's see, let me cut this straight, and that way I can put it straight up against the corner. Yeah, like that. Yeah. All right, so I did that straight and did not even think about it. And I really don't like that. So at some point, we're going to try to cover over that a little bit. Okay, if we have time. Now we have this one, which has a little bit of design in it, but it's also journaling lines. So let's do a little bit of that in there for it to help make it look a little different. And I could actually cover that up. Let's do that. Hadn't thought of that, but just did. If I can get my fingers on this tiny little space I've got on the edge. There we go. Man. Well, let's see. I think I'll go ahead and attach it to the side too. That way, kill two birds here. Now, after I stitch these, I will show you guys. There went my glue. I'm going to have to step around the corner and get some glue. Well, it's all over me, so let me just hold on to it until I get this down. I saw someone else do this. I'm trying to remember who it was. You know, the show must go on kind of thing. Okay, let's get this right here. And then we can put it down. And let me throw this away. Never went through so much glue stick in my life until I started collaging. But that's all right. I'm going to use up that case my husband got me. Well, it was just a case of 12. But still, when he bought it on Amazon, I was like, oh, honey, I don't think I'll ever use that much. Boy, I was wrong. Let me grab some more. It's right over here. Didn't expect to need it. I need to put it on the other side of the room. Sorry, guys. I'm normally very prepared. Just didn't expect to run out so soon. Maybe that's why it was wobbling over. You know, kept falling over yesterday. And that video last night, it just was not cooperating. So nice to open up new glue, even when it's glue stick. Okay, so we've got that. Let me find a big piece for here. Maybe we can hit it with one piece. As find something we haven't used. It's amazing how big your scrap bin can get. You don't notice it. I mean, I've never noticed it before because I usually throw my scraps into a drawer that I have. Let's do that there for sure. Okay, now this, when you first start a new glue stick, they have a tendency to break off in areas, you know. Got to get the edges just right. Okay, here we go. Let's put this one up here. I like the way that's torn. I did that tearing with my tear tool, and I really like the looks of the tear tool. I need to get it out and do it more often. I might do that in the next collage episode. Okay, there's that. Now let's look for some more solid colors, or journaling pages, I mean. I'm looking for bigger pieces so we don't have to glue as much. Now here is a green with some lines. How about we do that? Because that's definitely something you can journal on. See? Sewed. The other side is a grid. I bought this at Tuesday Morning. It's real thin paper, but it had grid on one side, and I thought, well, we can do journaling on this other side, and it's ended up in the scrap bin. Well, hello. Got to knock it over at least once today. Okay, then we have this section right down here. Let me see what I can come up with. Let's see. Now, I have yellow, but that's not the color we need. Gotta find a different color. Here's another yellow with lines. It's a different yellow. Okay. Come on, paper. Now, I just found some grid that's more of a bright white. And then I've got this. I love this old ledger that I found in that store. But see, it's not big enough. We'll save it for another time. Let's see. Well, we're going to have to add a little piece down here at the bottom. So we're going to make this one work. I'll show you what I'm talking about. This isn't quite long enough, and then there's a space right here. So we got to make them both work. So we'll put that up where it meets that one. And then we can put a little piece across here. See, this isn't big enough. That's too much like what we just did. There we go. It's not really the right direction, but it'll work. Now I'm feeling like we need to have some kind of tag on here. Let's see what I got. No, that's kind of a lime green. We don't want that. But I did come up with a lot of different tags. that I had in my stash. I'm like, we need to use those. But I'm trying to find one that's the appropriate color. Here's one with some pink in it. That'll work. We'll put it on that side. It looks better on that side. Yeah, I was like, I've been holding on to these crazy tags forever. We need to use them. So let's put it right here. I could have put it lower, but I wanted it up higher so we can use this paper to journal. And so this will get stitched also. Oh, I see a loose spot there. And it will get journaled on, and it'll get used. Okay. Do you guys just go around with glue on you all the time? I do. I feel like I'm just the glue lady. I'll get all this trimmed like it needs to be of any hangover paper. Now, let me see how much time we've got. I'm thinking we might have to shut her down. I don't know if we have enough time to do the back. Oh, yeah, we got to stop. It's an hour and 17 minutes. I'm sorry, guys. But really, we've done most of it. All I'm going to do is ink it like we did here on the front and on the inside. And then I'm just going to slap some more journaling paper, not anything special, on the back. And then I'll stitch around it when it dries and we'll glue the flower on. And I'll show that to you also. But I want to show you this real fast before we go. Here is how the floral turned out after it was stitched. And I put the botanical on there. And I put this blue on top of this tag because after I put this tag on, it just blended too much. And I was like, well, I don't like that, so I'm going to add. And my botanical was bigger, but it's a long story. But anyway, I had to cut it down. And then here's how the back looks for the journaling. I think it turned out pretty good. What do you think? I gave it a thumbs up, so you can do what you like. All right, guys. I'm going to let you go. I thought we got another project done today, too. Oh, the tag. We did. Hello. I just don't see it. Oh, here it is. It's stuck in the, remember, this is the blooper of the day right here. But I really like this tag, so we've got to figure it out and get it out of here. And my husband, he can do anything. I don't tell him that, but he can. All right, guys, I'm going to let you go, and I'll see you in the next video. And I appreciate you all. Welcome, new subbies. Give me a thumbs up. Talk to you soon.